Hello. I have been present for some time now, which for me is really unusual because this part of me, which is the core self, the person that identifies as Donna, is usually the one never long in the driving seat of the body, really, just behind the different parts of me. And I have been present for almost like 2 weeks with some switching, but not for long. And when the switching has happened the last 2 weeks, the most time I think I've lost is a couple of hours, and which is really very good, unusual. And the switching is much briefer and low level. And when it's happened, I've been quite co-conscious, and so I haven't felt completely thrown out of the body. And I wanted to explain what that is sort of like. It's like being in a bus and you're right in the back seat, and all these other parts of you have taken seats further up the bus. And with therapy over the last year, progressively I got to about the middle of the bus, and then slowly to the back passenger seat, and then to the front passenger seat, and then found I was actually in the driver's seat. And I at first was really unfamiliar with being in that position in my life, because the only ongoing expression I had in the body was typing. And so to be the person getting dressed and making breakfast and running a bath or was really surreal, frightening, and I described it as if you're waking up from a coma, but someone else has been living for you, and you have vaguely, been in touch with them, but from a different states of a coma. And I felt that I was like a conduit for these people through typing, not actually the core self, which is becoming now like a home for all the others to feel safe within. And the hard part was to have people in the world who expect different things from the person they know as Donna. So people who expected to have me be the lecturer, or to be the consultant, or to be the singer. And I hadn't been in the body for those things. So at first I just had 3 choices: cancel all things that were in the diary, 4 choices: fail to show up, dissociate and accept that, or try to at least get to these appointments and trust that I would stay as long as I could, and if I couldn't, that whatever I dissociated into would take care of it. And that was pretty much what happened. So at the lecture, Willie and Da were doing the lecture, and in between I was present for moments here and there, and they were trying to slow down for me, and everyone in the team has been really good to try to help me stay on board. And after I was so harrowed and exhausted, and we got to sleep in the van. So that was the reward for endurance of being out in the world, present for the bits in the body. And kind of funny, but by the end of the week, the different selves had different challenges to befriend me, and the one who was the part most full of rage, Marnie, was the first to really trust me, and I think no one would have expected that. But she was like someone couldn't trust any humans but could trust me. And then Da was quite funny, because Da had a revelation and realized that now she was going to come home, and she said that she realized she felt her life was like Truman's Show, and that she could sense someone else existed watching her, but now she knew who, and she was going home. So Polly was quite put out and mistrusting of me, but also was chattering with Carol of, is she God? and Carol was saying, I think she's going to be our mother, and that was quite funny to hear parts of you trying to make sense of your existence and how you're going to be, who are you going to be to them. Carol was very mistrustful and felt I was going to steal the body from her and take over her skills and throw her out. And I listened very much to her, and finally when I was moved and very connected to her life, she trusted me. And Polly was quite distressed at me, felt I had abandoned her to abuse and got the easy way to be dormant, and was angry, and slowly she has trusted me, but it's on condition that I be a good mother. And Willie had some difficulty to trust me in theory, yes, and then eventually very much so, and that part has never let anyone mother them. And I am really glad that finally that part that stood in for me as the parent of the team gets to rest, and and I'm really privileged to be the person to give that part internal family. And Addie is the one with the eating problems and really huge fear. And the hardest part was she came to trust me, and we were working together with the food issues. And that trust built to flashbacks and PTSD episodes, and I came to experience some huge horror from when she was 4. And it was because she was so close to my body, it was really overwhelming. But we're here, and because I was with her, I was able to help her know we were an adult and could move and were safe. And it took about 3 or 4 days to feel safe enough to sleep again, but she is really growing, and she's home and in safe hands with me. So I am with her, feeling the team getting very close and trusting to me. And with her, I really feel there's a beginning of integration, and this doesn't mean that I steal her life, just that I feel her life as my life. It's still her life, but there's a mirror of it in me. So there were the roots of all my selves came from me, but it was like someone took the stems and split them off and scattered them out to different parts of a garden, and they took root and thought they were different plants. And with therapy, we gathered them into a close proximity with the root system that it came from, and we've all begun to grow as one more cohesive plant. And that, I think, is what integration looks like at the beginning, at least. And I'm just really proud of my team that they have trusted me, and I'm really so honoured to have a world of people who are supportive and understanding and not demonizing or judgmental as I go through these processes with recovering from DID. And I think probably there'll always be aspects of DID with me, but I still feel that I can get life into a more cohesive state with one set of goals and values and shared, and also one joined together history. Thank you.